This is the gloomy middleman's employer. The Wheat and Vinegar Company is owned by a blind bruiser. He keeps an office above the warehouse. Ooh. It looks like what's that movie? Fuck, I don't remember. Streets of London? Something like that. The Wheat and Vinegar Company's owner is here a self-made, as you owner is you hear a self-made man of murky provenance. He awaits you in comfortable office. His suit is well made, but he seems uncomfortable in it, pulling persistently at its collar. Rings blaze on his fingers. His letter opener could be used to cut through a jungle. Make his acquaintance. He shakes your hand. Ah, citizen. It is immediately apparent that my factotum did not exaggerate your virtues. Why, I've never known him to be effusive. He was like as a bonny child upon Christmas morn. I have past mentor and I have something for it. New friends. Allow me to furnish you with your libation of choice. He keeps a comprehensive drinks cabinet. After you have both drunk, he speaks again. Now that we are friends, I've a question. Have you considered a career? He pauses dramatically. In smuggling? The fortune, the excitement, the romance. One step behind glory and one ahead of the law. And hero to the undertrodden and a plague upon the revenue man. Or perhaps you are a person of pragmatism and such whimsies hold no value. In which case, my dearest, I ask only this: how do you feel about money? Now we're speaking my language. Ask about to ask how to become a smuggler. A pertinent question, very pertinent indeed, if you will permit me to observe so. And I trust that you will, as being bound as we are by bonds of mutual admiration and respect. New opportunities. All that is required, if I may be so immodest, is a word from me in the right ears. I have already taken the liberty of conveying that word, and opportunities to produce and supply contraband will now be made available to you. In fact, there is a juicy little opportunity waiting already to carry a consignment of materials to London to pen. I would encourage you to snap it up. I'm sure you have further questions, being as perspicacious. Perspicacious. Having a ready insight into and the understanding of things. Discerning, penetrating, shrewd, astute, piercing.
Perspicacious.
I'm sure you have further questions. Being as perspicacious as you is, I will strive to answer them. You are now eligible to take advantage of smuggling bargains and prospects. Yeah, boy. Questions. Where do I sell illicit literature? The blind bruiser reclines in his chair. His ringed fingers fidget with his glass of port. With the ledgers of on his desk with his alarming letter opener. Ask about finding smuggling opportunities. The nature of our business is naturally clandestine. It's likely the opportunities have gone unnoticed by you before now. A situation happily remedied. Prospects. Trusted as you now are, you'll be able to find prospects in London. In Eleutheria, you'll need to visit the gentleman at Penn, and the rich you want Titania, the Midnight Rose, with whom you have already established an acquaintance. See to matters there. You can buy and sell contraband at each of those places. I should warn you, though, this is not straightforward business. It is not unusual for our rounds to be plagued by complications, fiercest and foremost among them, of course, being the revenue man. Fine smuggling prospects, London, Penn, and Titania. You can purchase the contraband you need to transport at those locations too. Okay, so at London I can now sell stuff, right? Ask about the types of contraband that are traded. Most regions have a particular specialty they export, excepting the Blue Kingdom, of course. We have no business there, nor should we, in my opinion. Prohibited goods. The rich exports its red honey, that what unlocks the chambers of the heart. Here in Albion, thanks to the ministry, our chief contraband is literature. Anything uncensored or revolutionary, or what contains a bit of as you like it, Hilliers. In Pan they make shiny, starshine, light as was cast by stars that could be seen from old Earth. Nostalgia is a reliable vice in my experience. Oh yeah, Sunless Skies, there was a light box or mirror box where you could catch light inside the box of mirrors. It's kind of supposed to be bouncing there forever. It's kind of been I think it was inspired by Albert Einstein's experiments, mind experiments. So if photon gets trapped in a box with the mirrors, it should like bounce forever, basically, inside. Okay. The more contraband you carry, The harder it will be concealed. You good smuggler installs hidden compartments into their locomotive to hide as much as they can. That means buying the right equipment. Okay, where do I buy it? Carrying more contraband is harder to conceal. Fit equipment that grants hidden compartments to make smuggling less risky. But smuggling is never safe. Ask about the revenue man. He shakes his bald head sadly. Customs and excise. Smuggling men's carrying contraband from one region to another. That means using the transit relays, and the relays you see is watched by the revenue man. As cool as and humorless a body of joy throttlers as ever there was. He tops up your glass. You might be able to hide your wares from them. Failing that, some of them can be bribed or lummoxed. Worst comes to worst, you might risk shooting your way free. Fully completing a smuggling prospects grants better rewards than completing legitimate prospects. They also grant double experience. Not bad. Ask that what happens if you are caught. Well, and I question whether it's worth speaking of this to a person of your vinegar, even in the hypothetical, but should the unquestionable occur and you be caught, you'd be sentenced. The long arm of the law. An initial sentence is likely to be fiscal in nature, fines and confiscations and so forth, while little more than a slap on the wrist to the likes of you and I. But repeated occurrences will levy more memorable punishments like imprisonment or even the noose. The law has a long memory, citizen. It does not easily forget. Customs checks can happen on arrival to relay stations. The more you are caught, the harsher the penalties will be. Oh, okay. Well, he introduced me, but are we going to do business with him? This will reduce your nightmares by 1. You may only do it once, huh? Oh, there are shops here. Nice. I can buy literature and sell literature. Can I sell that in London? Because this looks like a bad place to do it. Two hidden compartments. And it's armor slots. Interesting. Is this what I'm carrying right now? Yep. And I have a better drill. Huh, two hidden compartments on the drill. But I need 45 iron for that one. Eagles Education Elite Literature for their Empyrean. Best spectacled official at the Eagles Empyrean wants authentic, unadulterated insights onto Jesus, no spaces, onto London culture, and the ministry's censored versions of prose and poetry are too curated for his needs. Request 5 trunks of illicit literature that represent London's warts as well as her glory. Eagles Empyrean lies to the east of Pan. Of Pan? Ah, that's not even Albion. So far away, Jesus. Like, you would need to go through 2 relays. What's that? Achilles. Again, Pan. Fuck. That's... nah. Guess I'll just sell the literature here for now. I'm almost sure I can't sell it in London. And I'll just continue my way to finding Avid Horizon. It's wait, it needs only 3, fuck. Also it says like deliver 3 3 more. Okay, I think northeast of London. Here. That's really far away. That's west, actually. Here. Have 0 terror practically. Okay, let's go. Actually, let's go back to London. I'll place a bunch of 2 literature back because I only need 3. Hidden compartment I can place bank too. We go to the north. This looks like I got 600 experience just for discovering London's title. Should I bring down glorious dreadnoughts? We're next to London. Like, if something goes wrong, I probably could escape and just repair myself. I hope he's still here. Please. Please, yes. Yes, he's stupid. It's hard to take a good shot. Oh, fuck. He's smoking already. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's great. What? Gain up to 3 fuel? I fucking brought down Glorious Dreadnought. He's been made of gold, seemed like. Glorious Dreadnought. Fuck. Disappointing. Shining radiant, wrathful. It drifts in the sky like Ezekiel's chariot. Its golden plating is ruptured. The hymns of its crew silence. Only the light remains, fading but still burnished by brazen. Permit. Fucking permit. What? Strength of the sun. Down a bit, okay. A shift of promises, allowances of the unexpected. Permissions for the unwarranted. Tacit approval for the dubiously legal. Okay, ministry stamped permits and strength of the sun. I think strength of the sun lost anyway, so it's just ministry stamped permit. That's a bit too hardcore for just a permit. So let's go back, repair, buy some fuel, start again. Oh, what's that? Ministries. The platform allows access to the Ministry of Public Decency, the Ministry of Works, and the Horological Office. Guess I could check it out. Wait. Oh. Nah. This Colonel Sanders. The ministries. A number of instruments of government are located here. The Horological Office, which regulates time across the empire. The Office of Works, which ensures the jobs no one else can be bothered with are done. And the Ministry of Public Decency, which curates the notion of Britishness with the same care lepidopterist uses to pin a butterfly to a board. The Ministry of Public Decency, a huge horseshoe-shaped building of white stone, white columns, clocks, and iron gates. You need ministry gratitude. Make a deal to reduce your notoriety. I guess if I get caught, I could somehow clear my name. Trade favor for royal dispensation. Okay. Trade favor for invitation to perdurance, for cryptic benefactor, for ministry stamp permit. Gratitude to reduce your unwanted attention. I don't want to work with them, but I guess I might have to. A huge horseshoe-shaped building of white stone, white columns, clocks, and iron gates. Inside its walls are paneled with dark wood, crimson carpets worn by frequent passage, flood the floors. Within its cubby hole offices, auditors toil to protect the sensibilities of Londoners here in the heathen sky. Request an appointment. Is there some way you could be of use to the ministry? Come bearing gifts. You cross the foyer and approach the secretary and ensconced at a teak desk. She listens to your request with a thoughtful frown. I'd love to arrange an appointment for you with one of our auditors, obviously, but my hands are tied. Bureaucracy, you understand? She rolls her eyes, looks around conspiratorially, then lowers her voice. Best thing for someone like yourself to do is to gather reports on nearby ports. I'm sure the information office would love to hear them. Then I could pop your name in this little book and up you go. Fuck, I don't want to give them reports. Unlock when work orders is that's enough for now, huh? The Office of Works is a bustling bureaucratic enigma. Behind its red bricked flanks toil numberless clerks and surveyors. What mysteries lurk within its memoranda, its sheets and its receipts? What exactly are its eponymous works? No one is sure, but in a dirty loading bay, an unflappable foreman purchases supplies to complete outstanding work orders. Provide the foreman's requests to earn payment. Gainful employment. The office works, God bless her, has very particular requirements. Very particular. Let's have a look. The Office of Works needs 3 barrels of unseasoned hours and ministry stamped permit. What? I should give them fucking permits? If you dislike the current work order, this may get you a different one. You can only make such request once every 15 days. Yes, please. This is shit. Great imposition. Well, I don't know. I really don't. Our orders are strictly meant to be done in priority order. Don't like bending the rules like this. I must say, where would the Empire be? He His grumbling continues, punctuated by the sharp turn of pages. Okay. But it's the same. The fuck? I asked him to change it, but he didn't. Ugh. Maybe I need to wait 15 days and then ask? I don't know. A Royal Horological Office. Tick tick tick, Albion's heartbeat. Clocks of diverse size and shape line the walls of this small grey office, each of meticulously tuned by the royal horologists and inspectors as practice of the thankless, complex task of ensuring the consistency of time across Her Renewed Majesty's territories. Speak with the chief, look at the clock, examine the array of clocks, ask about the nature of hours. Okay, let's go bit by bit. He sits hunched in a thick grey blanket, his crow-like stare fixed on a disassembled clock. Its gears are almost too small for the eye to see. One empire, one time, one date. Times change. I have heard, well, not if I have any say in it. He reaches for a pair of tweezers, the pincers barely thicker than a human hair. The time in London must be the time in Barbazon, in Warlbury, in New Winchester, in Lustrum. To the second, it is the privilege and duty of this office to ensure that continuity. He sniffs. A task that I was considerably easier before we began spending hours like shillings and sixpences. Now it might be yesterday in one place and next week in another. It is most untidy. Look at the clock of Albion. On the side it is polished wonder of bulbs, pendulums, and cogs working in perfect harmony. A breathtaking work of engineering. Only the finest engineers were permitted to work on it. Every component is encased in polished glass. The hands, sharp enough to slice paper, slide between the exquisitely carved numerals with buttered smoothness. Only the second hand is permitted to jump from moment to moment, and it does so with the precision of military march. It's just for tourists, of course, grumbles the bleary-eyed apprentice. Albion Times really based on the old TikTok man's pocket watch. He keeps up straight, except that time on his 19th birthday when he had one too many and the whole of Albion lost 2 hours. Examine the array of clocks. They all have the names of ports within Albion and the Ridge. Lustrum, Barbazon, Port Prosper. The current time is right now The current time is right now. Despite the vast distances involved in the complicating effects of local hour usage, all the clocks show the same time. Each of London's territories is expected to run on Albion Standard Time, but London is a long way from them. Despite being a commandment from the Empress's own lips, it is a law more often breached than observed. Nature of hours. Their use remains poorly understood. Modest adjustments. The chief horologist doesn't bother to hide the weariness in his voice. No, despite the imaginative complaints of certain penny dreadfuls, hours can't take you back to yesterday or nor leapfrog tomorrow. But with use of hour looms, a week's journey can be made to take a day, or a prisoner can endure the 10 years of his sentence while only 1 year passes outside his cell. A work world can perform a month's labor in a week. A lifespan can be stretched. The empire citizen runs on hours. A job for serious people. The chief horologist looks surprised at your inquiry. Horologists tend to be cut from a specific cloth, a rather grayer fabric than that worn by Skyfarer. However, you have the right to take the examination if you wish. He blows the dust off a textbook and bids you sit down. No calculation devices or writing implements are permitted. Huh? The chief horologist peers over the book. If the current time in Endurance is exactly 17:15, if of the clock, and the time in Albion is 18:33, 34, what, pray tell, is the current time in Lustrum? Hurry up. How do you calculate that? Perderance in Albion, Lustrum in the Ridge. So does it even matter? Probably not. Offer the Royal Horological Office a donation. Just 1 barrel of hours. This will only buy you the answer to this one question. How? Really? There is an answer? Like, clocks should tick on the same time everywhere. Why are they different? I guess 1833? I don't know. Is Perderance not in Albion? Is this another realm? Your answer is written down. That is your answer? Very well, we shall continue. Okay. And now, a tricky one perhaps. The chief horologist coughs. The train from the Barbazon Workworld arrives at 11:30 in London. The current time shown on the Master Barbazon clock is He winces. 14:30. If the train took exactly 1 hour to make the journey, it does not, of course. I merely offer this as a hypothetical for the sake of testing. What was the accurate time on its original departure from the work world? Well, if time didn't shift, it was 13:30? Or no, maybe it was 10:30. We should like compare it by London's time or something, and it actually shifts in the passage somehow. Interesting, very interesting. He pauses for a moment before writing your answer down. You wait patiently for several minutes, but the third question doesn't seem to be coming. The chief horologist's eyes have drifted closed. A thin string of drool ripples from his otherwise dry lips as he snores. Nudge the chief horologist. Gently, the fellow must be pushing 100. He wakes with a start. Huh? Oh, excuse me. He glances at your answers. Well, you seem to have the idea. The point going through the other 248 question. Congratulations, you are now officially a Royal Horologist. Apprentice 3rd class. Did I answer it right on both? That's quite surprising if that's the point. Or maybe they don't even matter, I don't know. He pauses. Speaking of which, I have an assignment for you. Temporal inconsistency. A suitable test of your practical skills. Take this pocket watch. It is both your badge of office and your compass pointing to the correct time. Wear it proudly. Keep it well wound. Do not get it wet. The smaller gears are quick to rust. Assignment to Port Haven. Okay. This could be interesting. Oh, look who it is. I spy with my little eye. You fucker. Fuck. That was dumb. Blackmail material. I don't really need cryptic benefactor. Don't need really savage secrets to have 25. Should I go back again? Can barely leave. think that Dreadnought didn't notice even. Okay. So it took me to secrets for gossip. Connecting the dots. You couldn't prove most of it, of course, but the advantage of blackmail is that one rarely needs to. Hopefully you won't need to realize the information anyway. Release the information anyway. Its value is in the favor it will allow you to extract from its subject. Oh yeah, I should have noticed. Where are you going? Oh, unlicensed chart. Oh, no permit. So, check the navigation suit. Could give me a permit and doesn't say so, but fucking permits are very useful to have, you know? Enduring Dreadnought. Check the navigation suit. just to remember this one. Entirely legal. The suit is upholstered in scarlet velvet and brass, like an opera box with artillery. Unused weaponry lines the walls, their shadowing spilling over the empty glasses strewn about the comfortable chairs and tables. Among a stack of papers, mostly tracking suspected criminals along secret routes, is a ministry permit for discretionary activities. Have a lot of license plates. And I think I've been able to get a permit for them in Lustrum. That during your recent altercation, a round of enemy fire bored clean through the bridge. No one was killed, but your crew are shaken. Their minds wander, their hands tremble, they question orders, and something must be done. Oh, come on, boys. Let's go for some brandy again. Issue a ration of brandy and lie to them. Tell them everything will be fine. Death took its best shot and it missed. Yeah. Come on, I just... what about terror reduction? Immortality. You tell them that was the bullets with their names on it, that they are all invincible now. That and the brandy give them a bravado that could pass. If you didn't know better, for courage, it will do in a pinch. Keep coming back to here. Yeah, again, just losing money constantly when I'm in Albion. I could sell Cryptic Benefactor to stay afloat. So they wanted hours, and was it 3 hours? The work order. Yeah. Let's try it out just to see what they actually are going to give me. Oh fuck. Ireland, that's what I keep. It's so dark here. Glorious Dreadnought already came back. What a waste of time that was. I thought I would get something valuable from him. Okay, I'm not going to shoot this guy now. I now know where to find them, I guess. Okay, work. Here order 809-G. He clears his throat and reads, an additional 300 weight of good hours, comma, unseasoned, comma, appropriately franked and authorized. He glares at you. Hear that? Question mark. Franked and authorized, comma. None of your contrabands, comma. 350. So unseasoned hours cost 80, which means 240. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, here 350. I guess it's profitable, kind of, but I would rather have Ministry Stamp Permit on me. Also strengthens the sun. The foreman squints critically at the complex permits. Well, yes, that all seems in order. Glad to see the back of this one. I've been keeping the rest of the hours in the storeroom next to the canteen, and it makes us all a bit weepy when we has our sandwiches. Said stuff, time. Uncanny specimen and rows of thirsty bombazine. Well, at least it's not a permit. Do we have it in here? Yeah. But we don't get any favors, unfortunately. This again. The hell is that? I want to see. Storm. Hey. Ooh, the storm that speaks. Here's the eye of the storm, the wind's ease. You are ringed by scudding clouds. A pallid radiance illuminates your engine like the ghost of sunlight. Purple lightning. Purple. Dreads the storm. The voices on the wind clamor until a grumble of irritable thunder stills them. Read the word the lightning wrote. Unlocked when you do not have searching for sigils. I have artifacts. Speak with the storm. Oh, I can bring souls. So the storm that speaks, we could add it as point of interest, I guess. Heart check. Sacrifice undistinguished souls to appease the storm. This may allay the storm's wrath. The odds are against you, but you can try as many times as you have souls to offer. So the same here. This will always work. Undistinguished souls. Well, you will always gain something, but at what cost? The lightning flickers and crawls. Wait, why? Yeah. Its after images remind you of the engravings on an otherworldly artifact you discover on your travels. Good. Man, terror is quite high, and I lost crew. Great. I shouldn't have seen that before reading. Revelation. Fixing the artifacts to your engine's headlights, you project a complex pattern of light onto the clouds. The lightning answers, a colossal knot of violent violet light stabs through the sky. A sigil of fire. The thunder roars, your crew wail and shriek. One stalker's hair bursts into flame, another clutches at her seared eyes. The sigil's meaning is branded into your mind. The erroneous assumption that there will be a tomorrow. When you blink, you see it. When you sleep, you'll see it. When you die, you'll see it. The storm's patience has worn out. If for some reason you wish to repeat this event, you will need to return another time. And I just get Searing Enigma. Not bad. There. Terror is getting high. Wish a new way to reduce it right now, somewhere. Fasten your straps, fire the engines, and head back into the winds and thunder and lightning. Get away! Jeez. Rangy? Yes. The best medicine, my crew. Oh, hey, content carry here. Come back. Ugh. Sound of waves lapping at the shore. You are near the sea in the sky. No idea what that is. Teleport. Yeah, okay. I could get there. Unless it's fucking barricaded. Somebody been using Star Destroyer. London raised these buildings years ago. They are abandoned now. The enterprise of Albion does not rest. Its skies are littered with abandoned construction, derelict factories from its earliest foundation, homes that have yet to be lived in, workshops of industries that proved irrelevant in the heavens. It's a windswept habitation. Is that what you can explore using assay or not? Here is a tenement of empty housing that has never been occupied. It rests quietly beneath a blanket of dust. Take your leave, rest and recover, stay a while. The crew could use a rest. Search for something of value. Okay, let's rest. Terror 58. 48, 10. The comforts of home. For nights, the crew can forget that they live on a cramped engine amidst the stars. Instead, they enjoy some small luxuries. The fact that they don't have to stoop to get through doors, and having enough rooms that they needn't share. They light fires in the gates and pretend for a while that they live ordinary lives. I'm so close. What's this? There's some kind of horror there. It's not like we need it. Dreadnought fighting scavengers. Okay, let's mourn the dead because we need to drop terror really badly. Yeah, fucking hell. Supplies. That's nice. Ugh. Dreadnought didn't do a good job here at all. More supplies? Anything interesting? Scarred family footstep, haunted, swimsuit, scandal. Not really. Being hunted would be interesting. I think it's trying to up my hearts really badly and iron. because they are lagging behind. Hunted. You are plagued by the past, by some guilt or sin or old ordeal that will not let you rest. What is the nature of the haunting? A ghostly presence, nightmarish accusations. Nah, you know, I kinda don't like that. Let's go for something better. Scarred. Spend much of your time at the engine yards watching locomotives being built, repaired and decommissioned. They were iron behemoths, their bones steel, their breath steam, their innards intricate as pocket watch. How did you spend your time among them? Eavesdropping on Skyfarers' stories, learning how engines work, yeah. You appropriated a workbench and tools and set to work, dismantling obscure machinery and putting it back together again. Cautious driver stares in bleak horror at mausoleum. Oh, it's mausoleum. Never. I couldn't be so trapped. You actually lost some terror? Oh, because of the first port encounter? Maybe. Opportunity literature in the most serene mausoleum. Favor bestowed. This motion. Well, until I get a favor, no reason to read that. Okay, fuel supplies and pane of stained glass. Kensington Station. Kensington Station is tucked into a side chapel. Wait, actually let's read about the mausoleum. The soaring sepulchral heart of the most serene mausoleum. Constructed over the cooling embers of Albion's murdered son, the mausoleum was built to house London's most glorious dead. An elderly footman is lighting candles while waiting to guide visitors into the mausoleum proper. We escorted inside. The footman watches you alight from your engine. He coughs meaningfully. Amongst the dead, lighting a fresh taper, which she carries in a silver holder. The footman leads you through a narrow arch and down a winding spiral stair. You can hear whipping close by, but the echoes make it hard to discern the source. Soon after, you hear a sharp burst of laughter and music. Occasionally, you can make out the rumble of what the footman confirms to be the London's Necropolis Railroad far below. At the very bottom is an oak paneled door. The footman unlocks the door, bows, and departs. The footman disappears into the gloom, leaving you alone facing a desk shaped like a baptismal font. A cheery registrar sits in the middle waiting to greet you. Introduce yourself. There are protocols that must be followed in a mausoleum. An introduction and a warning. She has you fill out a form indicating your profession, age, usage of hours, and to confirm your legal status as alive. The Prince Consort's tomb is extremely popular. To prevent congestion, donations are requested. The greater the donation, the longer you will be allowed to gaze upon the sepulchre. If one is fortunate enough to gather the attention of one of the deathless, one must be respectful and only use when spoken to. It does not do for the living to linger long amongst the dead. She files away your form into an excessively large black cabinet. Okay, port report. The most serene mausoleum is, if not the heart of Her Renewed Majesty's domain, then at least its pulmonary valve. Most serene mausoleum endures. The catacombs grow as the necropolis line brings more bodies for burial. Traders bring fresh hours into the mausoleum, and endowments from the Empress for the deathless interred in their vaults. Plans are in motion to add a new chapel to the nave, while the deathless petition for a new, separate station for the exclusive use of their servants. Death has never been so much in motion. Retired devil. Enter a member of your crew? Why? Oh. Can I really just place my aunt in mausoleum? Is this her secondment or... Oh yeah, you can pick her up again at any time. Damn. That would be so sick if I could just betray this aunt, put her forever in mausoleum or something. It is time. She has requested shore leave at mausoleum and means to join the deathless. Is she? Is this her path? No, she wanted to go to Port Prosper. Yeah, what's that then? Oh, maybe secondment. Yeah, that's just secondment. Barrels of unseasoned hours. Yeah, I don't mind. Your aunt adjusts her horrible veil and beams at you. Remember, I shall be listening very carefully to your eulogy, she informs you before being led away into the mausoleum. The funeral passes in a haze of sherry and fortified wine. Your aunt's service to the crown is remembered, as are her many contributions to civic life. When the priest forgets a few, your aunt reminds him in a loud stage whisper from within her ceremonial coffin. And then it is over. Your aunt has joined the Deathless for a probationary period. As she tells you afterwards, she is free to bunk off whenever she fancies. After all, who will tell her no? So I can ask her to what do you tell it? Gather a favor from Deathless? Earn? Yeah, I mean, seems more valuable than just hours. A full calendar. Your aunt giggles. It is an alarming noise. I have preempted you. She directs your attention to her diary. What was once a slim notebook is now bulging with timetables, folded up sheets of paper, and what might be a small bottle of sherry. I have appointments already. Do you know I was at finishing school with the counselor? Your aunt's eyes gleam. I don't think she remembers, but she will. Alright. Is there any way to lower my terror here? That would be nice. Okay, I'll take a break for now. I really want to eat now. I'm still trying to find another city here. I beat Horizon. I found Mausoleum by accident, of course. So in a few hours we'll explore Mausoleum some more, and then we'll try to find actual goal. Sell some books, go back to London. Maybe we'll try some smuggling. So yeah. We'll see you in a bit.